You mean the marketing and the money? Is that what you're gonna say? Finances. Well, that's something they're working on. What they're doing now is they pair every student up with an alumni that's out working, and that fits your genre of filmmaking and what you want to do, so it helps you get a job. So they have like a 97% job placement, which is really high, you know? So, yeah. Are you guys, what grade are you guys in? 11. Okay, great.
Juniors and seniors next year.
Do you guys want to go to school for film then?
I do.
I want to be an actor.
Okay,
I want to do it all, to be honest.
Sure.
I want to produce. I want to have my own TV show. I want to do it all.
That's amazing.
And make music for films and make music. I just want to do everything. But
you've already been on TV. Right?
Yeah, I already act and model. I was on MTV, Disney Channel, Universal.
What were you doing on MTV?
I was on a show called In-Betweeners.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yes, I was on that. Yeah.
Amazing. That's great.
Thank you very much.
Do you guys you don't have cards, do you? By any chance?
No.
I have.
I can write down your names and maybe email.
Instagram, Twitter. I have all that. So.
Okay, let me get your names and look you guys up online. Add you on Facebook or something. Do you guys even have Facebook?
I have Facebook.
Okay, I know. Like getting that point now. High school kids don't have it anymore. I'm like, oh my god, I'm all.
It's there.
Okay, so what's your name?
Desi Bennett. D-E-Z-I.
D-E-Z-I.
And then 2 N's and 2 T's.
Okay.
Sorry, what's your name?
William Stead.
William Stead. Okay.
S-T-E-A-D.
S-T-E-A-D. Okay, cool. And then also just email me. Let me know like, hey, we chatted.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
And so I was gonna ask you some other stuff too. So what was did you guys do a film together?
Yeah, we did.
He was a producer and his director. It's called Eye of the Beholder.
Eye of the Beholder.
It's about an autistic child. It was a short. It's only about 5 to 4 minutes, but it's about him learning to cope with a disability through an art form, which is painting.
Oh, that's amazing. That's great. Well, I mean, that's how you prove that you can really tell a story if you can get your message across in 4 minutes. Yeah. That's really hard to do. Anyone can make a 2-hour film, but to make a short film, that's hard.
It's hard to condense it all.
It is.
He asked me if I went to film school.
Uh-huh.
And I got to tell you how I started directing.
I would love to know, yeah.
See, I thought I wanted to be an actor.
Really?
I did summer stock in Woodstock, New York, Chatham on the Cape and all that, you know. And then in the Korean War, I saw too many John Wayne movies, so I joined up, you know, which was a mistake. But anyway, when I got out, I got married, I had a couple of kids, and I said, boy, this acting's too secure, you know. And so I started writing screenplays. And I wrote a dozen screenplays, and I got the rejection slips to prove I wrote them.
Right.
But I finally sold one called The Checkered Flag, which was about automobile racing, and they had a big race at Sebring.
Right.
So the producer-director was a guy that was great on used car lot commercials, but he wanted to do a features.
Yeah.
So he bought my script, and they had me on the set, you know, for rewrites. But the first day, the guy had a nervous breakdown and collapsed. All the investors are in a hotel room in Sebring at 1 in the morning, and they're panicked. What are we going to do? You know, we're going to get a director, blah, blah, blah. Well, the cameraman was an old pro from LA that had retired. They brought him out of retirement to do, because back then there was hardly any crews, nothing down there.
Just in the 60s?
Yeah. So anyway, they have this big meeting, and you know, we got to get a director from New York, California. What are we going to do? The old cameraman said, "Look, first you got to find a director, and the guy can't fly in here and direct a movie. He's never seen the script or anything." You know, and I said, what the hell, make the writer the director. And I'm over in the corner.
Oh, wow.
And see, I knew how to work with actors, because I've, you know, been an actor in summer stock and all that. I knew zilch about lenses and doing this. When I wrote, I always think very visual. But I'd see a shot, and you should have called for a 35 millimeter, and the guy used a 75 instead. I said, that's not what I visualized. So I knew right then I had to get a course in mechanical in the filmmaking. You know, because a director really is half mechanical, half working with the actors and the script. So anyway, I went to the College of Hard Knocks, you know, just learn from doing it. And I learned more in the editing room about directing than I ever learned directing. Because, you know, when you need something, you can't cut to the clock.
Yeah.
That's a little
yeah.
thing.
No, it's right, exactly.
I mean,
You're missing something, just cut away.
So what I'm always trying to tell people, even if you don't use it, like let's say you're doing a 3-shot, you know, and when you're going to close-ups or whatever, you get a lot of reactions. Get the actors to react, you know, because if an actor's not performing and you want to cut away from it,
Right.
you know, you can't have one actor you cut away from. Right. You know, have the guy do something. I don't care any movement. And so the worst thing I ever did, something like that, was I did a picture called The Hook Generation, which is about some guys go in the Everglades and they end up in a Seminole-Indian village. Okay. So back then there were real Seminoles. They lived in little huts in the Everglades. And now they're all multi-millionaires from this gambling. You know. But back then, so I had this guy, an old Indian, really great face and all. So there's a scene where the bad guys grab the little Seminole girl and they're molesting her. So I said to him, okay, now they're grabbing one of your girls. Now I want you to react to this. Roll them.
Nothing, right.
So take 2. Nothing. And the guy was like a stone statue. So anyway, so that's the way I started directing. Drafted at a motel room.
You were forced into it, and then that's great.